Mr. Speaker, I would like to remind you that the issue is accepting same-sex relationships to be legalized as marriage, not redefining marriage, not changing the name, or not making another legal bond or contract. So, my first question, in regards to the surrogation, artificial insemination, are you still suggesting that homo relationships are still dependent on heterosexual activities?
No, I'm not trying to say that this homosexual people are trying to depend on the heterosexual couple. What I'm trying to say that there's a way to procreate.
So still procreating needs woman and a man. They are heterosexual.
No. What is the use of this science if we do not experiment?
So, do you think that sperm and a sperm can create an embryo or an offspring?
No. Sperm and a sperm cannot create. What I am trying to say is that this the science would find a way that.
So, Mr. Speaker, we are talking now about science. So, what do you call the penis, vagina, and genitals? What system is that? Isn't that reproductive system?
Yes, I know that it is reproductive.
So, reproductive system meaning it is meant for reproduction. So, do you agree that it is meant for reproduction?
Yes, I agree that it is for production, but if
so, how can it reproduce if men and men will have this intercourse? Because as we all know,
in the first place, our topic is marriage. So marriage are not
of course,
defining.
Mr. Speaker,
Wait, marriage is not defining for the purpose of procreation. Marriage is an agreement between two parties.
so Mr. Speaker, this agreement, compared to heterosexual couples can bring a lot of benefits to our state. What do you think this investment of the state of legalizing same-sex marriage can bring to its citizens, to its state, to its society?
This same-sex marriage have a benefit to our community.
What? Can you cite even just one example that is more beneficial than the heterosexual couple? Even one, Mr. Speaker. I guess Mr. Speaker cannot answer me. I would like to proceed on the next issue. Mr. Speaker, what is discrimination as what you have mentioned?
According to Merriam-Webster, discrimination is the practice of unfairly treating a person or a group of people differently from other people or groups of people.
So you're saying that there is an unequal treatment because gays, bisexuals, transgenders, and lesbians are restricted to marry their same sex. Am I right, Mr. Speaker? So, are you aware that these restrictions are also applied to everybody, not just for LGBTs, but also for straight guys and women?
No.
Are you aware of it, Mr. Speaker?
Yes
or no?
Yes, I'm aware of that. But if we do not allow this same-sex marriage, it only means that allowing this same-sex marriage, we are denying the feeling of the two people.
But, Mr. Speaker, again, I will ask, do you agree that these restrictions are also applied to everybody, to every individual that is under the Philippine law?
Mr. Speaker.
So, if it is given equally, is there any discrimination? Since it is equal.
Yes, there's a discrimination
Hindi na kasalanan. Hindi kay sila ko charge. Ginadaan 2% na lang.
Because there is
Wala, kan mali. I-delete lang. Sige, ipat ka.
The child noted ignorance, fury, but stupid forever. Mr. Moderator, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, pleasant afternoon. Homosexual couples want marriage most for these reasons. As what Mr. Speaker mentioned, love and celebration of commitment. Yes, indeed, they are ideal. But are those enough to consider same-sex marriage in the Philippines? Shall it strengthen the inviolable social institution? Shall it benefit the state, the society, and the citizens? Because my team and I believe that the answer is no. We stand resolved that same-sex marriage be not legalized in the Philippines. Let me enumerate 3 reasons why we are against this proposition. First, it defeats the state's purpose of benefiting marriage. One of the main reasons why the state bestows numerous benefits in marriage is that by its very nature and design, it provides a natural condition for a stable, affectionate, and moral atmosphere that is beneficial to the upbringing of children. It aids in perpetuating the nation and strengthening the society, an evident interest of the state. Homosexual marriage does not provide this condition. Its primary purpose, objectively speaking, is the personal gratification of 2 individuals whose union is sterile by nature. It is not entitled, therefore, to the protection given by the state to true marriage. Second, it validates and promotes homosexual lifestyle. According to the Department of Health, human immunodeficiency virus cases in the Philippines have surged by as much as 90% in just a year. Well, anyone who has sex can get this. Sexually active bisexuals, gays, and other men are at greater risk. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Speaker, this legalizing of same-sex marriage promotes this kind of lifestyle. And according to studies conducted in the United States and United Kingdom, this lifestyle brings disease, financial impact to the state, promiscuity, physical, psychological, and cultural risks, and violence or abuse matters. Research and reports worldwide show that homosexual practices lead to numerous STDs and physical injuries, some of which are virtually unknown in heterosexual population. And lastly, marriage in the Philippines is only feasible if the couple is monogamous. Monogamy, meaning a long-term sexual fidelity. It is rare in homo relationships. One study reported that 66% of gay couples reported sex outside their relationship within the first year and 90% within 5 years. The study published in the Journal of Sex Research by Paul Van de Ven et al. Showed that the model range for number of sexual partners ever of homosexuals was 101 to 500. Thus, it makes the relationship polygamous. And considering the Filipino norms, this is immoral, Mr. Speaker. Homosexuality does not just open the door for polygamy, but voyeurism, bestiality, incest, exhibitionism, and sodomy. The arguments for these are many, and we won't get into them here. But who is to say that those who fall into sexual categories won't use the same homosexual agenda's orientation argument as a basis to further their own cause? Mr. Speaker, ladies and gentlemen, the aspects of love, commitment, and acceptance are ideal, but ignoring the bigger picture is not simple and is bothering. There are numerous factors that we must consider before embracing this sexual revolution. Our team already presented our grounds on these propositions, and we believe that those are strong enough to cure your ignorance. Say yes to humanity, no to same-sex marriage. Mr. Speaker, I'm not ready for your declaration.
Speaker, you said marriage is available for heterosexual. So, what if they are not heterosexual? What do you say?
Mr. Speaker, we can still recognize those childless marriage of heterosexuals because you were talking about rights, right? There is a right to privacy, and it would be an invasion to their privacy if we will still require that they prove their intent or ability in bearing a child. Unlike homosexuals, that just before they enter the relationship, you can already see that they cannot bear a child because a man and a man cannot bear a child. A woman and a woman cannot create or just have their eggs fertile because eggs and eggs can never bring an embryo or a child.
So what you are trying to say is that marriage is only for procreation.
I'm saying, Mr. Speaker, that it is a primary part of this marriage. Because marriage, according to the 1987 Constitution of the Philippines, they are protecting this marriage because this will help in upbringing the children. That will help in strengthening and perpetuating the society.
So are you trying to say that same-sex marriage could not build their own family if they are not capable of having kids?
Mr. Speaker, I guess it is more beneficial if we should have these heterosexual couples because homosexual couples and of course there will still be long processes for them to have, I guess you are referring to adoption?
Yes, Mr. Speaker.
Yes. So there will be longer processes unlike if there is a heterosexual couple that I guess majority can bring or bear a child.
I will proceed to the next question. To the next topic. Homosexual is immoral. Am I right? You are trying to say that homosexual is immoral?
In the Philippines, yes.
So, what are you trying to... So what are you trying to tell us that this homosexual is immoral in the Philippines?
Well, Mr. Speaker, as we all know, Philippines are still having this kind of character that their morality is very important. And Mr. Speaker, let me remind you that the unique trait of marriage is social recognition and approval. So it will lead to a lot of complications and confusions to Filipino citizens if we will legalize this same-sex marriage.
Then cite any country that this same-sex marriage who have been legalized to them that it takes a lot of things to be done before they will get married.
Mr. Speaker, we're only talking here in the Philippines, but since
I am asking.
going to answer your question. Many states now in the USA are having this same-sex marriage. What I'm trying to say is that there is more complication because you still have to pass the bill or you still have to pass this kind of resolution. Then after that, we have to change the law that is already governing us. So the existing law will be amended. And so it will lead to a lot of complications, Mr. Speaker.
So if the things are being done, so are you trying to say that if we allow this same-sex marriage, would our constitution be changed? Would our law be changed? For it takes a lot of time to be and it takes a lot of time. That's what we're trying to say.
Next time na. Wala lang mag-ring, sir, kaya
Alright, okay.